guys? It is your boy Spooky Hill back with another video on the grind like usual. So I'm going to be doing the best console settings that you can have at the moment. I'm also not with Brooklyn, but he's here. So say hello!
Hello, I'm watching a YouTube video, bye guys.
Yeah.
Oh, subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, subscribe to his channel. It's Brooklyn man.
No, it's Mr. Brooks. With 2 Z's at the end, so yeah.
I'm just gonna take over my video.
Yeah, bye.
Like that. Yeah, what was I saying before I got into it? Yeah, best console settings. There's been a lot of different setting changes in recent updates, so I think I should go over them so everyone can have the best, well, the most optimal settings. Alright, first we go into the settings here. Interact prompt style. I like to have that on default because I legit don't care. I know some people might like it for teammates. If you do play with randoms, it's better to have that on compact. Button hints. Yeah, I have them off because, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to have my button hints on. They just look annoying. I don't know. I don't like the look of them. So I have button hints turned off, but that's just your personal opinion. Crosshair damage feedback. Yeah. I reckon just to keep this on default. Like, there's no point of changing it. Damage numbers, I had that on stacking. Because you don't want to have it on floating. Because if you have it on floating, it doesn't look too good. Well, it just doesn't look nice. If you have it on stacking, it's like that. We can have it on both. So it goes like that. So you can kind of see. So if you do like both of these, then if you turn on both, then you kind of just have both of them on the screen. Next is ping. I don't know how to say the word. I just keep that on default. That's just showing you stuff and the freaking spectate thing. Minimap rotation. I have that on because there's no minimap in here, but so when you turn around, you'll see like your map will move with what you're doing when you're turning around. Next we have weapon auto cycle on empty. So if you run out of ammo, you completely run out of ammo, it completely changes your gun. So say, let me just drop my heavy ammo real quick. If I run out of ammo, it's lost to my wingman without me having to do anything. Auto sprint, I have that on so I don't wreck my analog sticks, and double tap sprints off because I have auto sprint on. Taking damage closes death box menu. Have that off because if you're trying to do an armor swap and then you get shot at and it fails your armor, well, it stuffs up your armor swap, then well, you're gonna die. So keep that turned off. Next, streamer mode. If you stream, I mean, maybe if you want it on. And yeah, I don't really care about this. Colorblind mode, this is all opinion based. Everything here down is what you like. I like to have it like this, but some people like to have it off. So everything looks like this. I'll show you what the different ones look like. This is off. This is second one. Third one. And finally the last one, the one I play on. Alright, and then in the controller, best button layout, it really matters on your controller. So if you have a scuff, I reckon play on default. But I reckon, well, Ninja's really good controls. I know, Brooklyn, we need you. Okay, I think he died. We'll get his opinion later. And stick layout, mine's just on default. It's just how you want. So like, if you want to have your analog sticks doing different things. Reload test interact button, it's just tap to use and reload, and that just makes sense because you don't want to hold it to reload. Oh shit. You don't want to hold it to reload. You want to, yeah, and you don't want to hold it to use something. So it's just my crouch button. I had that on hold. I feel like, I know lots of people don't, and it's probably more optimal to have it on toggle, so when you're, say if you're in a, like you're trying to camp somewhere, you don't have to hold down your analog stick, so it's better to have it on toggle. That's all, like, what you're used to in your personal opinion. Yeah, Brooklyn. We need your opinion on something.
I
Without,
think you should have it on hold because you can't be hot when it's on toggle. And you can, but it's very hot.
there we go.
But it's your opinion so far.
Yeah. Button dead zones, you want none. I mean, if you have button dead zones, it's basically just a delay. A menu cursor speed is also preference. If you want to go fast through your death boxes, then have that higher, but if you want to go slow through your death boxes, have that lower. I reckon about halfway around about where I am right now. You're looking ADS sensitivity. At this point in the game, everyone, not everyone, but it's better to have higher sensitivity. Reasons, hard to explain. So, if you're on a slow sense, it makes it really hard. I can tell you that. But with your look sensitivity, having that higher is better. So when you're here, you can always like move faster with not just hip fire aim, but the fucking moving around, like, you know, flicking onto someone, like flicking onto something, like if you're gonna do a wall bounce off something, flicking onto it is gonna make it a lot easier if you have higher movement sensitivity. Aim sensitivity, I reckon mine's on a 5, and that's pretty slow. I mean, this is me putting my analog stick all the way to the left, and it only moves this fast, left and right. Yeah, I mean, about a 6, I reckon, is probably the most optimal as you can have on a controller. Is about a 6. I don't like it on 6 though, because I don't hit my shots. Yeah. Per optic setting. Per optic ADS sensitivity, have that off. There's no point in having that on. Your response curve, that's preference. If you like linear, or if you like high velocity or fine aim or steady, have it how you want it. I have it on classic, so it's just the normal feel. Look dead zones, make sure you have no look dead zone. Make sure your movement dead zone is on small. So if you have big drift on your controller, you can turn that up to large to make it easier. And inverted look and vibration is up to you. Advanced controls could be used if you wanted to. Best settings for that is just, let me just turn it off. The best settings for advanced look controls is just what you have here in here. So if you're on 5.5, set that up to about a 5.5 in there. So just get a feel for it, see what's right. Your video settings, yeah, you want to have your field of view. Preferably max. It's probably the most optimal at the moment. But you can have it on whatever you prefer. And sprint view shake. Put that on. This is. Okay. This is what it looks like here. And then without. So straight, shake. Alright. Audio is obviously up to you. If you like hearing the characters, then keep them on. But if you don't, then obviously turn it off. Yeah, that's it all for the keybind. Oh, the keybinds, yeah. Fun. Playing on a keyboard now. That's the most optimal keybinds you can get on a controller at this moment, in this time in Apex, about just before Season 4. But when Season 4 comes out, I'll drop an update video on this for all of yous.